Hello and welcome to What the Food For. Joining us here is our wonderful Christian DeLorme. He is a contributor to the What the Food show, typically with the I would eat that stuff at the end. Thank you for joining us, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. It's always fun to hang around with you, Corey, whether it's on my stream or whatever, your stream, or even on Dick's division. It's always fun to be around you, man. You're a cool dude. I like
Thank
that.
you. Thank you. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'm not very good with taking compliments, but I'll
I
take
know,
it. All
and I a prick.
right.
I know that. I do that on purpose.
Gosh.
I'm a real
Ah,
prick.
gosh, no kidding. Goodness gracious. Real quick, we'll say hi to the chat. Awesome one. He says, dude, what's up, bro? Hope you're not out hiking by yourself in some dark woods. You know. Aaron Ratliff, hail and welcome. He says, good morning and good morning to all of you. He also says that zero sugar soda should be considered a war crime. And I agree. Absolutely agree. Like, why would you? That's like sugar-free candy. It's the stupidest thing ever.
Decaf coffee,
Yeah,
non-alcoholized beer. Like, what's the point?
doesn't make any sense. None. Bleh. Aaron Ratliff also says, let's see what disgustings you have for this week. Yeah, bro, do I have some shit for you people? And the primary question that's always on the mind when we're doing What the Food is, would you eat this? Would you? Because some of this stuff is like too British. Some of it is just a little too what the fuck. But, you know, it is what it is. But to start things off, I'm going to take a look at something that Christian can get behind. This
Oh,
is beer consumption per capita per country
okay.
from sources in 2022, because
Oh,
updated numbers
most
haven't come
recent.
out yet. Now, what do you think the highest beer consuming population in the world is?
All right. Stereotypically, you would think Germany and Ireland. Okay. But it's probably something weird like Brazil or Chile or something like that.
It is definitely a strange place to think of. Before we get to that, Aaron Ratliff says last week's honey bun burger and sushi pizza nearly broke my mind. Yeah, that's kind of the goal, you know, kind of the goal. And now the difference is actually staggering um, between the countries here. So the
Okay.
number one beer consuming country in the world as of 2022 is uh, Czechia. Che-
Oh, okay.
and they drink 188.5 liters of beer per year. And this is the 30th straight year that they've maintained this lead. And the ones that you think would be highest are actually down here in third and sixth, or fourth and sixth places, fourth and eighth, seventh place. But still, like, okay, so Ireland, they consume little less than 100 liters of beer per year. All right, that is 88 liters less than than this Eastern European country. And of course, down here, damn near at the bottom of this list is the
USA.
US, where it's I'd say that's probably 60 to 70 liters per year. But um this is per capita. So like this would basically be the average person drinks 188.5 liters of beer per year. For those of you who aren't familiar with liters, um, times
Three
that, yeah, times that by four, I think, to get a gallon.
3.8 liters per US gallon, 4.2 liters per imperial gallon.
And there you go. So,
Being a trucker, I know that.
yeah, so what would you divide that by four?
Divided by 3.8 will
Divide
give
that
you
by
US
3.8.
gallons.
So, I'm going to
Here, I'll
bust
give you the
out
math.
my calculator here
I
real
got it.
quick.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, I got it. I'm just curious as to 188.5 divided by 4. That's 47.1
US.
gallons per year, per capita. So, I mean, that's pretty insane.
Is Canada on this? I can't quite see.
Let's see. Canada is nowhere to be found.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yep.
We like to
Canada
suck
doesn't
that
even rank.
maple syrup suckers. What can I say?
Awesome One says, "What the Canadian Batman is going on?" We're taking a look
Exactly.
at annual beer consumption per capita, and if you're in Eastern Europe, you're punching it back pretty hard according to these numbers. Oh, that's crazy. And I know some people in the US that would put this to shame, but at the same time, this is beer,
Yeah.
not hard liquor. If you put it into terms of hard liquor, the US would probably be somewhere over here in the middle,
Or just alcohol in general. So that could be
right?
wine, that could be hard liquor, that could be beer. That would be
Yeah,
interesting.
this chart would definitely look different with that. Austria is not really surprising here.
No.
Um, Most of these places aren't once you actually just look at it and you realize this is a lot of Eastern European countries, which means you probably don't have a lot to do over there other than drink. But,
Well, notice that the highest alcohol drinkers are former communist states. Just saying.
well, you're not
Just saying.
wrong. You're not wrong there. I am surprised that Spain drinks more beer than Germany.
Yeah, that's weird. Again, stereotypes. You think Germany, oh my God, the land of beer and
Right?
Oktoberfest. No, Spain of all places.
Yeah, Spain. Like Ireland, I could understand being higher than Germany, but like Spain of all places, I'm like, wouldn't they be hitting it a little more like wine country out there or something along those lines? Not 100% sure about it.
Maybe.
Aaron Ratliff says, "Damn, look how far down the U.S. is. My alcoholic uncles would be so disappointed that their contributions to beer consumption are carrying the country." Yeah, yeah, we got those are rookie numbers, guys. You know,
Well, Aaron, how do you think I feel? I'm drinking old Milwaukee and Canada's not even on the map. So there you go.
right? That's a shame. Awesome One says, "Usually the more depressed an area, the more drinking, maybe." This is true. This is not a false statement. The more depressed you are, the more likely you are to turn to substances. And I'm assuming that those people are not happy. Just saying. Because if I had to live in Chechnya, or I'm pretty sure it was part of previous Chechnya, not 100% sure.
Maybe,
But
yeah.
Aaron Ratliff says, "You think Spain, you think of wine or brandy." That's what I was thinking, was like brandy or something. But
Stereotypes.
yeah, it's all stereotypes. And now into the true What the Food fashion. We're going to take a look at something here
Boiled
that,
bananas. You
no,
got me on that one. Boiled bananas.
the,
Bananas. I couldn't get
the
that out of my head.
boil the bananas and turn them into a liver loaf somehow. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm just going to let this one play out and let you guys get more horrified as it goes on. Yep. Like we've all
Yeah.
done this. First of all, I want to say this person has absolutely no fucking idea how to cook hard-boiled eggs. You look at these green rings that are in this egg, that's wrong. Okay? As a man who takes his eggs very seriously, this person needs to learn how to boil eggs. And if you don't know how to boil eggs, I'm going to teach you real quick. You put the eggs into the water and then you start heating it up. And as it starts to boil, when it starts to boil, you shut it off and then you set a timer for 15 minutes. After that 15 minutes is over, you dunk it into ice water for 10 minutes and they're perfect every time.
Wow.
Every time.
I'm way off. Okay, got it.
Every time. You
I,
you shut it off when it starts boiling. That's the key. Anyway, so
all right.
let's see this monstrosity that this guy's doing here. Yeah. It just gets worse from here.
Oh shit.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but my first thought there is those are some overcooked eggs. Cuz man, like what the fuck?
Well, at
And bro
least the
just
guy
gets
eats
down on
his
it.
creation. So at least the guy eats his creation.
This is true. It's just like this is so much. Like look at the tower of eggs. Why? Why would you do this? Ugh. And then hard boil. I don't know about deep frying eggs. Like, let's be honest. Um, like I can understand deep frying some dishes that have eggs in them, but
Yeah.
not just hard boiling a bunch of eggs and turning it into a gigantic whatever the hell this is supposed to be. Like, if this is supposed to be some kind of like Indian kebab or something, just based on this man's ethnicity, yeah, racist as fuck, but you know,
No, it's not racist.
what the fuck?
Yes.
Why? I mean, would you eat this, Christian?
Yeah, maybe for a on-the-go breakfast, maybe, or just to say I did it. But no, I wouldn't spend as much time as this guy did to cook that. That's yeah, that sounds like a perfectly good waste of eggs.
I agree, 100%. This just feels like a gigantic waste of food.
Yeah,
And it's like you could do this bro could do something better with his call center profits. Okay.
exactly.
Like,
Now that was funny.
uh
Again,
awesome.
stereotypes.
Right. Awesome one says ostrich egg time. Dude, could you imagine having like how long would it take to hard boil an ostrich egg?
How cool would it be?
It would be
that
awesome,
something-
but
yeah. That would be something I get into.
if I ever get rich, I'm gonna test that.
Now, my question is, how much is an ostrich egg?
Right.
It's like fucking $6 for an 18 pack of eggs up here in Canada. How much does a freaking ostrich egg cost?
Let's find out.
All right.
A
more you know.
a single ostrich egg costs around $30.
Oh, well, that's not bad.
And it equals to a 24 chicken egg omelet.
Fuck me. Oh.
So $30 per egg. So in order to effectively figure out how long you'd have to cook this for, I would assume you'd need at least half a dozen eggs to figure out how long you have to hard boil an ostrich egg. I'm assuming it would take at least an hour in the boiling water because that's a shitload of egg, and the shells are incredibly thick too. So
And you got to be careful because there's such a voluminous mass that you don't want to just cook the outside and have the inside runny. So
right,
that itself is a science.
right. You'd wind up with like I have a feeling I'd be having some poached eggs for a while until I finally got that perfect consistency. Aaron Ratliff says super overcooked eggs. I love hard boiled eggs, but there is nothing appetizing about that. I agree. Aaron says like some TikToker trying to go viral. This is true.
And
Awesome one says, hello, come again.
I love that.
Racist.
No, funny, factual. It's not racist. It's
Yeah,
factual.
it's hilarious as hell.
Come to Canada. White people don't work anymore. Sorry, that's racist.
So now I'm going to show you the greatest lemonade advertisement that has ever existed.
Okay.
All right. If you don't have an endorsement like this young man is about to give this lemonade, you're not making your product correctly. Ready? Yeah. He's really enjoying that lemonade. So much.
Yeah.
So much that
He's about to hurl.
he's about to puke. This is the lemonade, yo. And this guy over here, he's like, through the entire rest of this video, he's like, I don't want to drink this. Like, that dude's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to throw up. This is so bad. And dude's all like, do I have to drink this? Like, dude over here is like, really? Really? Do I have to drink this? He's like, oh, and then right here, he's actually arguing on like, do I have to try this? Like, oh, and bro over here, watch this. He actually takes another fucking drink of it.
He's a masochist.
Oh, and there he
That
goes.
guy's
He's
big.
getting ready. This is what made me upset about this video. It just fucking ends right as second homeboy's about to take it. But I'm sorry, guys. If you don't have a ringing endorsement like this boy here gives, you're not doing your products right. I mean, come on. That is a happy man's face right there. Hail to Josiah Robinson. He says, joining a bit late watching Viking reacts to Dan Vask's cover of Blind and Frozen. I'll have to check that out at some point. I don't mind me some Dan Vask. But yeah, I hope this boy got paid for this job because he's all like, oh my God. And my favorite thing about this video is I forgot to share the audio, but one of the cameraman is dying this entire time. Like, I'm actually going to reshare that with audio so you can hear how excited this man is. You know, how happy. I forgot to unmute it. Damn it. Helps if I unmute the actual video.
You fight this. You fight this. No, no. You fight this. Um cliente não.
You fight this. No, you fight this.
Dá um golão. Bola pra ir embora. Pra ir embora. Bora, vamos lá. Vamos lá. Pra não ter...
Yeah. So that cameraman is having a freaking great time
and
watching this man suffer.
Oh no, it's like, I'm just surprised this actually made it out. Like, don't you think this is like the ultimate kryptonite for your product?
You'd think so, but you know, considering that this is a Spanish nation and stuff, I don't
Right.
think that they have as high standards. You know, they're like,
Exactly.
someone says, "Oh man, I got paid $200 and I need that for my grandma's surgery." Don't throw up. Yeah, bro's like, I need this money. I need this money. Oh, it's so good. I'm happy. And you know why this kid is smiling so much? You know why this kid is smiling so much?
I have no clue.
Because smiling is actually a natural suppressant for your gag reflex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you ever see someone who thinks they're about to throw up and they're smiling a lot, that's your body's natural way of fighting vomit.
Oh, nice.
Aaron Ratliff says, that looks like some dish soap. It kind of does.
Agreed, because the bottle looks like sunlight or sunlight visual. That's what it looked like.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if there's audio on this video, because not good audio, but okay. So what we're about to look at next is a traditional Mongolian form of cooking meat.
Okay.
All right. And what they do is they wrap the meat inside of a like intestinal lining or stomach or something like that, or just a piece of flesh from the animal. And then they steam it. All right. Now, like I said, this is a traditional form of Mongolian cooking. And I'm going to say they like their dishes thick.
Giggity.
Giggity. Yeah. This man enjoys his job. That's all I have to say. This man enjoys his job.
Saving the world one meal at a time.
Oh, man. If we did this in the United States, it would probably be one of those morbidly popular restaurants. And they would name it something like Booty Balloon or some weird shit. I don't know. I saw this and instantly thought of a butt. And I just couldn't help it. It even looks like it's wearing underwear. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, English is my second language, but I could call this restaurant in the United States the cat's ass.
The cat's ass.
Thank you.
Aaron Ratliff says it went from sausage to Kardashian.
And both words are synonyms.
Someone says, but it has a gas leak. I love the ways people cook, but sometimes it's just fucking wrong. All right. And what we're about to see is a perfect example of that.
Okay.
And I'm going to start it off by showing you the picture. Like, yep.
Where's their foot?
You'll see. And now, on to the horror. Yep. Just wait. It gets so much worse. Some French fries.
Oh, man. Okay, like what the fuck? Who comes up with these ideas?
Um, it
Hipsters?
gets worse. Okay. Yep, that's ketchup. It's yep. Got to have the ketchup with the French fries, right?
Oh, fuck off. Okay, as a former athlete, as somebody who played hockey, and somebody who's been wearing construction boots for work for the last 35 years, that's fucking disgusting.
I know, right? One of my least favorite things in this world is feet. Okay,
Yeah,
and
they're at the ball for a reason.
the fact that it starts off with a foot in a condom should automatically tell you this is going to be some of the worst food you ever see in your entire life. And then
is this like some sort of sexual fucking fetish thing?
it could be for some people. That's for sure.
Who the fuck is that? People in Seattle?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, hipster. Like fucking burnt out hipster.
Hail to John Edgar. He says, the irony is that I just got back from my weekly grocery shopping. I'm glad I did that first.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. It's just ketchup and toe jam.
That's right.
You know, condoms are 99% effective to stop pregnancy, but what about like you know, yeast infections in your mouth? Well,
to be honest with you, that's the ultimate sign of birth control. Put a chick who eats that shit. Yeah, nobody's doing her.
Right.
Unless you're a weird fuck. Agreed?
Aaron Ratliff says this had to be from China or Japan. Only they would do something that kinky or gross. Yeah. Well, I would assume that it would be more popular in Japan and get you executed in China. But I do want to point something out real quick, okay? This is a dude's feet. This is a dude. And not only that, bro's toe is sideways. Just saying. They're like, what the fuck? Small-time Republic. Hail, my friend. He says, your feet are as far away from your nose for a reason.
Exactly.
Awesome one says, this meal is a step above the rest.
Yeah, good. Pun intended. I like that. Hey, John.
Well, this is 100% effective birth control. Christian beat me to it. Yeah, he did.
Seems to be a pattern, John. Great minds think alike. I just think it faster. Sorry, John. Anyway, that's fucking disgusting.
It is.
How about shitting in a pan and cooking it and eating it? You know, that might be a little bit more delectable. I don't know.
I'm sure that exists, but I'm glad I don't frequent whatever site that's on.
Oh, fuck me.
We go from feet to something that probably smells like feet. But I gotta share it. I saw it, now you have to too.
It's too bad we don't have women in the chat, because I got a joke about smelling like feet. You know, it smells like it might be just a few inches, but it smells like a foot, ladies. I play on words. All right, sorry. I'll be quiet.
Smells like a foot. Ah. Can't choke that one down.
Hey, no.
Hey. Now, I want your opinion on this. Ready?
Mine? All right. Yuck. I can see that looks like tentacles.
Yeah, so we have octopus.
Octopus. Okay.
I think that's a fried egg. That's a burger. That's a poppy seed bun, pepper, pineapple, and an onion.
Well, the only thing I'll say about it is all the groups are covered.
It's true. I mean, you're not wrong.
But
Would you eat a
that's it.
calamari burger? Would you eat fried octopus on a
No,
burger?
Corey, I got this weird thing. I don't eat anything out of the ocean. Shrimps are disgusting. Fish is disgusting. But being a son of a long farmer family, I'll eat pig's ear, pig's tail, pig's hoof, cow tongue, head cheese. So I'm kind of weird that way.
That is a little weird. You're not wrong.
All right.
Ozum says this looks like a true Krabby Patty. Yes, it does. This definitely does looks like some SpongeBob nightmare fuel. Josiah Robinson says I will never be hungry enough for this. And this is where things get weird for me. I would eat this minus this stuff on top. I would eat the burger, but minus the toppings. Because I love calamari, I love octopus, I love everything that comes out of the water, except for, well, I've seen people eat sea cucumber, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to eat something that looks like it's going to come on me. Just saying. Aaron says, what's that?
Not being homophobic or anything.
So Aaron Ratliff says, a surf and turf burger, get rid of the egg and pineapple, I might try it. Another one that says they'd try this burger. The egg might be a little much for octopus. I'm not a big fan of mixing eggs with seafood myself. John Edgar says, damn, that's hideous.
Yeah, it is.
He also says, I see tentacles and always think of how horrified Lovecraft would have been. Would he have been? Would Lovecraft actually have been horrified by this, or would he have been like, this is great? I'm going to call this Cthulhu burger.
Yeah, but the modern brains nowadays are saying, being modern in today's society are saying that was kind of a fetish and everything. Going back 100 and some years, you might think to him that was the ultimate horror. So I would believe that anything with tentacles and shit like that would petrify this guy.
That's a fair point. He did live in a very different time. John Edgar says he hated seafood and was grossed out by it. All right, well, there you go.
I love the man.
And now for our weekly dose of diabetes.
Oh, okay.
All right. And it doesn't ever stop. I'm just saying. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going and going and going and going. But wait, there's more.
Of course.
I have a serious sweet tooth, okay? But this is ridiculous. That's a piece of cake, some pancakes with peanut butter, more candy and sprinkles, and he puts it on a kebab skewer and he sticks it to the top with some Nutella and a peanut butter injector with an ice cream cone and more chocolate to drizzle on top with cream, more candy. Okay, now the question is, would you eat that?
I might take a knife and a fork and take a slice out of it.
You mean you couldn't eat that whole thing by yourself?
No,
Bro.
I did.
Why not?
What again, that's too much for me. And my preference, like most people have two preferences, sweet or salt. I'm salt. So sweet is good, but in small doses.
Yeah, I think if this was something you were sharing with other people,
Yeah.
it might be okay. But like, it just like literally, hail to the commentaries of a nerdy night. Hello, my friend. Otherwise used to be known as the animation commentator. I can't get your name right. I'm sorry. Sir Persevere. Hail. Thank you for joining us, sir. He says, heart attack on a plate. You are correct. Yes. Your dentist wants you to eat this. so he can make
Yeah,
money.
yeah, so you can buy a second Mercedes.
Right? Oh, bro. Aaron Ratliff says, I nearly went into diabetic coma just watching them build that monstrosity. Indeed. Just remember, insulin in the United States costs like $400 or some crazy shit like that. So just keep that in mind. Josiah Robinson says, I was diagnosed with pre-diabetes in April. Since then, I've cut out most sweets and lost 22 pounds.
Wow.
This is no thanks. Bro, this is just a cheat day meal. It's okay.
You know what, Cory? That would be great after a successful, everybody attended mountain hike in Colorado.
Yeah, you're not wrong. This actually would be very beneficial to recover from low blood sugar after hiking in the mountains.
At a high altitude.
Yeah, you hit the 10 to 14,000 foot mark, and yeah. The thing that gets me about these videos, okay, this is a fucking waste. He drizzled chocolate over the injector and the Nutella jar, and then he covers both of them in whipped cream. Thank you, awesome one. Why? I see so many people do this. Another new craze is they take a cup and then they dip it in some, like a glass cup, and they dip it in like chocolate and they cover it in chocolate and shit, and then they fill it with stuff. And I'm like, why are you wasting the chocolate?
Well, I would say it's like, is it Josiah or somebody else said, somebody trying to go viral, and there is a problem with overdoing it. Overacting is not cool. Being a slut is not cool. Being a glutton is not cool. Being a drunk is not cool. So, yeah, I know you're trying to impress people, but maybe sometimes a bit of modesty and holding yourself back might be just a bit better.
Yeah. As my parents used to say, all things in moderation.
Absolutely. And too much of a good thing could be a bad thing. That's why I only come on Cory's show every 2 weeks. Sorry.
You should come every week. I hear it's really healthy for your prostate.
I'm a married man. I can't.
Hey, yo.
Oh.
All right. This next one I would eat. I'm not going to lie, but mostly because this is one of the most stoner snacks I've ever seen in my life. All right. This is a chili mac and cheese dog burrito.
Nice.
All right.
I like that.
You've got, but you know, the presentation leaves something to be desired. However, I would actually eat this. Okay, so it's literally chili cheese dog with mac and cheese wrapped in a tortilla. And me being a fat kid on the inside, I would eat the shit out of this. Like, oh my gosh, I love chili cheese dogs, and I love chili cheese mac, and I love burritos. So, I mean, I would try this at least once.
Me personally, as a new foodie, as Cory baptized me, I would get rid of the hamburger bun. Because
that's fair, because that is a lot of bread.
Yeah, it's too much. I would just use the wrap, and that would be fine for me. Or I'd lose the wrap and use the bun.
Right. Josiah Robinson says, I'd try this.
Yep.
Aaron Ratliff says, take the bun out of it, and I'd eat 4 of them. The bun is just a waste and takes up a room. I think everyone's on the same page there. I personally, just given, you know, the size of all of this and whatnot, I probably would have gone with a footlong, because I love me a good footlong hot dog.
Good.
The footlong chili cheese conies at Sonic are still my favorite. I don't care how trashy that restaurant gets. I will fat kid out on that all day long.
Yeah, but you're a prick, Cory. You no. Let me tell you, you're a prick. You're a fat kid. We're all fat kids. The only difference is you don't gain weight.
This is true. This is very true.
That's why you're a prick. You're a wonderful person inside and out, except the fact you don't gain weight.
Well, hey, I've gained 10 pounds in the last year, so I mean.
Wow. I gained 10 pounds in a month, Cory.
None of it is fat. I'm just throwing that out there.
I know. It's probably muscle mass because you work out and shit like that.
Yeah, I do.
So anyway, sorry.
I don't have a choice but to work out, or else I wind up skinny and nasty. I don't like it when I'm skinny.
I'd
just
rather,
saying.
I'd rather have you a little heavier and happy. Fair enough.
Me too. Yeah. Awesome one says looks too much like a yeast infection. Okay. I don't know what kind of yeast infections you've been around, bro, but okay. Okay.
It doesn't matter. They're all nasty.
Not wrong. The Commentaries of a Nerdy Night says, I felt adventurous once and ate a mac and cheese burger from Mugshots. The idea sounded better than actually eating it. That really boils down to the type of mac and cheese being used. Like, let's be honest. And this is where things get weird for me, okay? I won't eat mac and cheese unless it is Kraft's Blue Box extra thick and creamy mac and cheese. Like, I hate Velveeta with a passion.
We don't have that in Canada, so I'm a little envious. I want to try that stuff.
Maybe we could figure out a way to ship you some. Or maybe you can buy some while you're down here and you can try it. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Because, yeah.
Well, you could cook me something with Velveeta.
My wife would have to do that.
Oh, okay. You refuse.
I refuse. It is nasty. I hate it. So nasty. Ugh,
well, isn't that
Velveeta.
like the favorite ingredient of Super Bowl Sunday? Velveeta cheese?
Yeah. Ew.
Okay, all right, enough.
And
Okay.
but on top of that, I'm also super picky with my mac and cheese that it has to be macaroni. It can't be the shells. It can't be the whatever other pasta people are throwing in. If it's not macaroni noodles, I automatically consider it trash. If it's supposed to be mac and cheese, because mac and cheese, mac is macaroni noodles. Give me a break, people. Aaron Ratliff says, dude, the footlongs from Dairy Queen back in the day were the greatest chili cheese dogs ever. I never had the opportunity to eat that.
Same here, not in Canada.
I
So
didn't
it
know
must
they had
be an American
footlong.
thing.
Dude, right? Like, you guys get screwed out of a lot of stuff.
No shit. For health reason, for language reasons, for stupid reasons.
Yeah. I won't argue with a single point you just made. Awesome one says, I take Kelly's chili and place it on my hot dog with some cheese. Yeah, I like to buy that Yellowstone chili that they sell at Walmart and stuff like that. And I will drench corn dogs in that with pepper jack cheese. And, oh, that's so good.
Again, that fucking dreaded pepper jack cheese that is really hard to find in Canada.
It sounds to me like you just need to buy some cheese while you're down here, bro.
No shit. And I'll pay the duty. You know what? They won't let me bring produce and stuff like certain thing. I'll have to look up. And by the way, in case everybody's wondering, me and my wife, my lovely wife Melanie, are actually traveling. We don't know the date yet. Next year, between May and August, we are flying down to Colorado, hang around with Cory. We're flying north to Alberta, Canadian province, just north of North Dakota. And we are going to visit 70s and Melanie's friends. So, yes, and I can't wait to taste Cory's cooking. You know what will be even more fun than tasting Cory's cooking? See how Cory interacts, acts, and cooks in his kitchen. To me, that's more important.
Well, you'll get a chance to see it all, I promise. And sticking with the hot dogs.
Okay.
This next one makes me upset. It makes me upset, and I'm just going to put it on screen and let you guess what it's made out of.
Like what? That looks like cheese that comes out of a spray can.
You are correct.
All right.
What do you think that bun is?
Oh. Right.
It's a Twinkie. Yeah, so that's a hot dog with a Twinkie bun and squeezed cheese. Tasty, right? Awesome one says, when I visited Canada 20 years ago, they did ask if I had any hot dogs or meat products.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't want invasive meat products growing wild in their country there, bro. Why would it be a problem to bring meat?
I don't know. Maybe Joe's husband. Sorry. All right, thank you.
John Edgar says, I bet you're a grill man on summer holidays, talking to me. Sometimes. It really depends on how we're feeling. I really do love a good flame grilled burger. Like, that sounds good. Awesome one says Twinkie. Yep, you are correct. Aaron Ratliff says, ew, that is sadness on a plate. Yes, this is what depression looks like in food form.
This is the shit you buy at a convenience store or a gas station at 3 in the morning on a Saturday night.
Yeah, or, like you had $3 and you went to a gas station and you were really, really high on fentanyl and crack cocaine. Josiah Robinson says that's a no. I mean, I don't see what the problem is, bro. It's just Twinkies and spray cheese on a hot dog, probably microwaved. I mean, John Edgar says probably. Damn, a sick mind came up with this one. Probably some perverted, poverty-stricken college kid. If you're a poverty-stricken college kid, just fall back on the staple and get some fucking ramen. For what you spent making this, you could have gotten like 20 pounds worth of ramen noodles. And some spices. Awesome one says, if Canadian cows are cannibals and will eat those meat products, as if Canadian cows are cannibals. Josiah Robinson's not a fan of Twinkies.
Also, Canadian cows are using down that last call around 2 a.m. and just waiting for a ride. Just saying. Thank you, Cory. You're an evil fuck, Cory.
That's hilarious. I don't give a
fuck.
Wow,
geez, I'm full of those jokes.
Yeah, you are.
You keep calling me dirty, but actually,
you are dirty. That's why I like dirty people, though.
But dirty people make my wife smile. I'm talking about myself. The dirty man that I am puts a smile on my wife's face every day.
That's good, because a happy wife is a happy life.
I don't believe that.
I do, because when my wife is mad, I'm in a lot of trouble.
Fair enough, but I call that subjugation of the man. Okay, I think that if you're... Sorry, we won't get into that. Sorry, I'll be quiet.
Let me just say, if you're married to a 5-foot redhead and you're not afraid, she's cheating on you.
Fair enough. But I don't think that you should. Me personally, I know it has something to do with food. I apologize. I don't think that you should be cutting short your happiness for somebody else's happiness.
This is true.
Both of you should be a team, 50 and 50, working at 100% for a relationship. And I hate bullies with a fucking passion. So nobody's the boss in a relationship. You both are going for eternal bliss. Does that make sense?
Yes. To be fair, me and my wife do live our lives like that. We are a team and we are paired, and it's great. It's just she doesn't have bad days very often, and when she does, it's like, okay.
You know what, Cory? Everybody has bad days. I have bad days. Mel has bad days. We all have bad days, but it does not dictate our personality or our character.
That's fair. That is fair. So, the next one is a real product. I just want to get that out there. This is a real product. And I love bacon. I love candied bacon. But this is a no for me. Because it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch, cinnamon dust, rubbed on bacon. It comes prepackaged with Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cinnadust on it.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I love me some good candied bacon, though. I mean, if we're gonna be honest, if you bake some bacon with some either brown sugar or honey or even some maple syrup, it is some of the best stuff ever. Yeah, molasses, yeah, dude. The only problem I have with molasses is I never know how much to use.
Well, it's a rich product. It doesn't really matter.
It kind of does for me, because I have to clean up after the fact.
and again, for the chat and the video, I'm a foodie, so I don't have any technique or discrimination.
Awesome one says maybe. Like, this feels like something that I would buy as a Cory's Quick Reviews just to try. But at the same time, just the idea of the cinnamon sugar rub is a bit much for me.
The real question is would Nick Weiser eat it?
Yes. Nick Weiser would eat the shit out of this, for sure.
Okay.
Aaron Ratliff says, I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I do not want it on my bacon. Come on, bro. Live a little. Live a little. John Edgar says, candied bacon is usually maple syrup coated. Yes. If that's how you like it, yeah. I love the brown sugar combination, though, because I like to do the brown sugar, a little bit of regular sugar in there just for preference, and some cayenne pepper. That nice sweet and spicy candied bacon is just John Edgar says, here in the Ozarks, we have a version of molasses called sorghum. Okay, it's the same thing, but thicker and darker and more brown sugar.
Oh, really?
As if it needed to be thicker, but okay. I do love molasses. I won't lie. The only thing I really haven't cared for molasses in was some ginger snaps cookies that I had a little while ago, and it was almost like they burned the molasses when they were making it, and it's really, if you've never had a burned syrup, it's a strangely conflicting flavor with itself. Like, you get the sweet, and then you get that what the hell is that flavor on the back end. That's like, Awesome One says, just pour syrup on your bacon when you cook.
There you go.
I mean, you could do that, yes. John Edgar says, it might not be specific to where I live. That's fair. Awesome One says, sorghum tastes artificial. I pronounced it correctly. Wow, that's a first. First try.
Good job, Cory.
Yeah, now we're going to move to a British nightmare. Ugh. This is so terrible.
Oh, Cory, I got a joke for you.
Okay.
Speaking of food, and that was the joke of the week last week, and it's a dad joke. Why won't cannibals eat clowns?
Because they taste funny.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I love that joke.
Me too.
Hilarious to me.
That is a great joke. I love that joke all the time.
So all right.
Gosh, this is fucking terrible. Oh my God.
What?
This.
Ooh.
It's sardines, beans, and some Cajun seasoning. I have no proof that this is in the UK, but when I saw beans and sardines, I automatically thought it was British, because those people eat some fucking weird shit, and it's always beans. Always. Do you like sardines, sir?
My father disgusted me as a boy when he used to come home and open the can and these little fishies and just eat them. And the confirmation for my disgust when I smelled the can.
Yeah, I've never been able to eat sardines. They're just nasty. And then the people who put anchovies on pizza should be arrested for war crimes.
Yeah.
Just saying. Aaron Ratliff says, my mom and granny love sorghum and butter on biscuits or pancakes. Never developed a taste for it. Yeah, that sounds a little weird. Just saying. Aaron Ratliff, what the hell is that? John Edgar, huh? What horror is this? Sardines and beans, bro. You got lentils and like red beans or some shit up in there. If we were commentaries of a nerdy night says if we were in a clown world right now, then the cannibals are pretty skinny.
That's funny.
That is a good one. That is a good one. I like that. Well said. Awesome One says beans from hell. Yes.
Yeah. No.
Josiah Robinson says sardines are for cats. John Edgar, back hitting out over here. He says sorghum on biscuits. Yes. Awesome One says I usually buy sardines as a reward on the weekends. Then they give me oily poo. Thank you for sharing, I suppose.
Well, it's kind of like the old Simpson episode where Homer ate a broccoli, choked to death, and died, and then the doctor comes up to Marge and says, "Yeah, broccoli," and then Marge's like, "Isn't that good for you?" No, the bad taste should warn you that it's very dangerous for you, and the smell and all that. So yeah, not everything should be eaten, except beaver.
Except beaver. It is your favorite meat, from my understanding.
Well, yes, the pink beaver. All right, enough of that.
John Edgar says, thank you so much for sharing that awesome one. Right? Yeah, and he says, no more sardines for me. Yeah. Well, that's probably a good thing. All right,
Yeah.
sticking on the British train of nightmares.
Right.
Fucking beans, bro. Fucking beans and
Beans
fried
are
egg
good.
pizza.
You know what? That I would do.
Of course you would. This
I
is
would
just,
do.
yeah.
And then I would chase my daughter around and say, pull my finger.
Naturally. Man, this is, what is wrong with British people? What is wrong with you?
They deep fry everything.
They deep fry everything and they got to put beans on everything and still.
What the hell wrong with you? What the hell wrong with you?
Ah. Would you eat this? You would eat this, but chat,
I personally would eat this.
chat, would you eat this? Josiah Robinson says, ew. I agree. Osmond says, of course he would use, he has a UK flag behind him.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought, John. No, awesome one. It's not the UK flag. It is Canadian flag called the Red Queen sign before 1967 or 68 when the Maple Leaf came on. Now this flag, okay, so you got the British thing there, but if you look at the armory, it's got four founding right here. So the Kingdom of Scotland, Kingdom of Ireland, Kingdom of England, Kingdom of France. And if you look at the small Maple Leaf thunder there, that's the Canadian sign. And this flag is no slouch. It flew over the World War One, World War II, and the Korean War. So it's called the Red Sign. It used to be the Canadian flag. Leslie Pearson came in as Prime Minister and put in the how should I say the socialist warrior politically correct flag with the leaf in the middle and the two oceans. So there you go. And I'm not
All right, there you go.
Just saying.
Awesome one says, Echo is ruining and his amazing defensive flag story. I didn't pick up any Echo.
I hear myself with an echo.
Okay. John Edgar says, damn, Cory, every new food out bizarre is the last. Well, that's kind of the point. Okay. Which ones have I not done yet? Here's another one that I just thought was strange. Of course, this is very Asian. So if you guys haven't seen this, don't be surprised. But this is Oreo flavored Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola flavored Oreos.
I would go with that.
I might actually go with this too, minus the actual drink, just because I don't like drinking Coca-Cola. It's just, I've seen what it does. Then again, I don't drink soda, really. I have one of those mini cans of soda every like 3 days. But, you know. Oh. John Edgar says, on our end, the echo is pretty bad. No offense. Christian, do you have...
Whenever you
have echo cancellation.
the echo comes on.
Huh. Interesting. Awesome one says, I do have a Snickers mocha I'm trying later. I have seen those in the store. I thought they were a little too much sugar for me. John Edgar says, more diabetes, but if you can also clean battery cables with it. Yeah, you can clean your battery with this. You're probably not wrong.
Better yet, remove rust from chains and hammers and tools.
Yeah.
Will do it for you.
Indeed. Aaron Ratliff says, I'd try those. Japan has some of the most interesting soda pop flavors I'd love to try. I have seen some interesting ones that I wouldn't mind myself, but as far as Oreo flavored Coca-Cola, that's not really my speed. However, I will just go out of my way of saying I will probably one day wind up trying that bacon flavored soda at some point. Just saying.
Just to say you did it, you know? Just to say, hey, I tried it. We're
Yep.
cool. Moving on.
Exactly. Josiah Robinson says, I'd try the cookies, but not the soda. Cut the soda out of my diet last November. That's a good choice,
Good man.
honestly. Yep. Awesome one says, Japan doesn't use much sugar in their drinks. That's because they put most of it into their other food. Like, they use a lot of sugar in some of the modern dishes that I've seen, and it's excessive. Now we're going to move on to the truly appetizing portion of our show, since we're in the last 5 minutes. And we're going to take a look at, I got to reread this. Hold on. Pumpkin and sausage soup with freshly baked jalapeno bread.
Yes.
This is a dish from Christian Delorme and his wife, Melanie. And it honestly looks delicious.
I would rephrase that. This is a dish from Melanie Delorme and her husband, Christian Delorme.
That's fair. Okay. So Christian always coming up with good foods now that he's a new foodie, if you will. But like, I know it's just a picture, but the soup consistency looks really good. I know it's hard to tell without actually like seeing the soup drip and stuff like that, but like this is practically a chowder.
Exactly.
And oh, it looks so good. And it looks delicious. And of course, his old Milwaukee.
Of course. And thanks, Cory. I don't put rocks in my pictures anymore.
Yeah, I gave him too much shit.
Well, it's all good. I'm a better man for it.
You'll be an even better man when you stop wearing Crocs. Did you know Crocs are edible? Speaking of food stuff.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can actually boil them and eat them in case of an emergency.
Okay, did you know that Cheese Whiz and garbage bags are only chemical?
I did know. Yeah, their molecular structure is only 2 molecules away from each other. The same thing is actually said about that old school, what do they call it? Margarine. It was literally plastic minus a molecule. And yeah. Aaron Ratliff says, I'd try the bread, but the soup I'd bury in the backyard. Not a fan of pumpkin there, bro. Josiah Robinson says, that looks good. It does. Good. It does look good. Yeah. Awesome one says, yeah, soup looks like baby poo or barf. You know, some of the most delicious dishes I've ever eaten in my life look somewhat unappetizing. So I couldn't disagree more.
But also want to win them all. So it's all fair. You can't judge a book by its cover. You can't judge a soup by what it looks like.
Right.
Yeah, taste it.
That is fair. The commentaries from a nerdy night says, it depends on what the Crocs are made of. I doubt you could eat the rubber ones. Most of them are made out of this weird foam stuff.
And if you're going to eat my Crocs, it's got acne and fungus infection. Just saying.
Eating shoes. Yeah. Not to kink shame, but that's fucking nasty. Anyway. He says, I bet your speakers are on Cory for echo.
No, he's wearing earphones.
Yeah. My speakers are definitely not on.
I've seen before, like different streams or that. Whenever they open a window, it creates echo for everybody.
My suggestion for solving that would probably be some headphones. I know that sounds weird, but if you plug the headphones in, it might actually cancel it out. But honestly, Christian, I would eat the crap out of anything that I've seen your wife make so far. I would eat oh my gosh.
That's why I keep her. We've been married for 25 years. 2 weeks ago, one day after you got married, Cory.
I know, that's crazy.
Is that weird?
Crazy. Why won't this one enlarge? Do I have to bring up? I have to bring up the system magnifier to pull this one up. No, don't do that. My computer is being an asshole right now. All right, I'm just going to share it since I can't enlarge it for some reason.
All right.
So this is
that.
yeah. So this is Domination Steel Erectors. So if you ever need a good steel erection up north of the border,
Now I got a friend of
Domination.
mine. I got a friend of mine here up in Canada, and we are both in agreement that whoever started that company did it on purpose to use those words to get more attention to that. Because there's no goddamn way you would use those words to be a steel worker.
Right, right. I love it. I love when people do that. It's so great. But ladies and gentlemen, we are now at the hour mark, and we're gonna bounce. And Awesome One says the echo is gone. I think that's because he got closer to his mic. Not 100% sure. But I don't know. Technology confuses old people like me, so you know.
And thanks to Awesome One and John Edgar, sorry. I had a few old Milwaukees. You're American beer people. Thank you for congratulating me on being married for 25 years.
Yes, indeed.
Today that is quite a feat.
It is. It is indeed. So Christian, what do you got coming up and what do you got going on, bro?
All right. So coming Wednesday, September 11th, me and Brian, 70s rock fan, are bros. We're friends. And I bought him a book of Robert Burns, the Bard, the poetic bard of Scotland. And we are doing readings of a few of his poems. September 15th, we are doing Electric Light Orchestra and Cory. I think you said you were coming on. And
I am indeed.
That, all right, good. Cory, I love it when you show up. And yeah, basically that's it. And now might show pop up if Cory sends me a link on these here. And again, there's no echo here. Look at that. That was the flag before 1967, which represented the country of Canada. Okay? This flag flew over the Boer War in South Africa, World War One, World War Two, and the Korean War. My grandfather fought under this war. My great granduncles fought under this flag. So just saying, it's got the British one in the corner. Yes, we used to be a colony, but again, this is the real Canadian flag. Forget the maple leaf and the two white signs. So there you go, Cory. Sorry,
right.
I overindulged.
No, it's quite all right. I do want to take a moment to thank the British for inventing Independence Days across the world.
Fuck yeah, wonderful. Long weekend.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bounce. Make sure you catch me Monday. Cory's Corner will be back. We'll be doing a Mental Health Monday, continuing the self-care series that we're doing there.
I love that.
And then I do have a lot of crazy-ass news stories for Monday evening. And, of course, hail to the snail who shows up late. He says, damn it. Yep, way to drop the ball, bro.
Never snail.
Yeah, for real. But hail to the snail. Thank you for popping in. If you want to see some bizarre and some good, some nasty food stuff, then make sure you watch the replay. It's good. Snail Messiah says, I get in just at the end. Well, I get in the end. Yeah, you just slipped right in there. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, stay sexy, don't get murdered, and as always, have a wonderful time.